That's the 5th hat I've lost this month. Hi, I'm Derek Lincoln, a 25-year-old archaeology student from Toronto, Canada. I graduated from the Honors College at the University of South Florida with BAs in Anthropology and History, and I did my MA in Mediterranean Archaeology at the University of Bristol in the UK. I lived in Toronto until I was 18, when I received a full athletic scholarship to the University of South Florida to run the half mile and 1500. So I moved to Tampa to pursue my dream and study archaeology. And it was everything I thought and hoped it would be. I loved my classes, and they were about places all over the world, including Egypt, which is where my interest in Egyptology started to grow, and it hasn't died down since. My favorite part of the program was by far the field school I went on in Central America. We traveled to northwestern Honduras to excavate a 1,200-year-old Mayan town, and it was absolutely incredible. Hey, how about I walk you through part of the excavation now? Follow me. Well, here we are in the tropical forests of the southern Maya lowlands. It's hot and it's wet, and we're right in the middle of the rainy season. You can count on a deluge every day for the next 8 months. But don't let this lush, beautiful jungle fool you. The other 4 months of the year, there's a virtual drought. The rain stops, the rivers dry up, and water is completely scarce. Actually, that's a very important point when you consider all the civilizations that were able to thrive here over 1,000 years ago, despite this critical climate. This particular region is in the Naco Valley, and it's a large village called Palmarejo. They were the political center and economic hub of the valley in the late Classic period, which was 600 to 900 AD. Our excavations have revealed a network of terraces and basins which were used to store and collect water during the wet season so that it could be distributed during the dry season. And that's the way that this community rose to prominence. Through their management of such a critical resource, they gained political and economic leverage over the region. I was very interested in this, and I wrote my undergraduate honors thesis titled The Manipulation of Water, a Key to Power in Pre-Hispanic Honduras. Looks like we're about ready for one of those downpours, so let's get out of here. I absolutely loved the dig I did in Honduras. I became completely enthralled in Mesoamerican archaeology. However, some of my classes at South Florida had already captured my interest in Egyptology, and I needed to go there next. For these reasons, upon graduating from USF, I moved to England to start an MA in Mediterranean Archaeology at the University of Bristol. What hooked me on the program was the opportunity to travel to a Mediterranean country to do research for my dissertation. And Egypt had been offered as a destination in the past. I had my heart set on going there. Unfortunately, partway through the program, I learned that no one would be sent to Egypt that year. We had the choice of Turkey or Greece. So I traveled to Turkey to study Lycian tombs. Though it wasn't what I originally planned, it proved to be an equally exciting and worthwhile experience, one completely different from my previous stay. The mountains of southern Turkey are a far cry from the jungles of Honduras. Why don't we check them out? Hello again! This time we find ourselves in the coastal cliffs of southwestern Turkey. The rock face above me is dotted with 2,500-year-old tombs, going 600 feet above my head. The view is absolutely spectacular. The tombs mimic local residential architecture of the time. You can see friezes, columns, even roof beams carved into the rock. And the artwork is fantastic too. There's an eclectic mix of Greek and Persian elements, showing how the two great civilizations influenced the Lycians. There are literally thousands of tombs dotting the landscape, one of the most incredible views I've ever beheld. This is another great country, and I've had many great experiences here, but my dream of visiting Egypt has not yet been realized. It lies just across this eastern branch of the Mediterranean, but as yet, it's the closest I've ever been. My next adventure will definitely be to Egypt. But one thing I've learned on my previous travels is that going somewhere as a tourist is nowhere near the same as going somewhere to live or study, as I did in Turkey and Honduras. This job offers me the chance to get up close and personal with the archaeology of Egypt. Truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I've not yet met Dr. Hawass, but I've heard of him and read his work, and to meet him, speak with him, and even work with him would make this project all the more incredible. With my enthusiasm for speaking about archaeology, I truly believe I could excel if I'm selected for this project. I know it's the experience of a lifetime, and it's completely invaluable for my development as an archaeologist. I sincerely hope I hear from you soon. Thank you very much.